So we were just talking a little bit about the psychology of change and organizational change management, and wrapping around kind of, what type of IT leader do we need to have to begin with to go through this dramatic growth engine? What are the key elements, and how does that tie in, and what are the keys to organizational change management? I think that's been, you guys have a secret sauce there that I can tell you from my standpoint is working extremely well, taking, folks that have been on their own and now they're part of a tribe and they're rowing with you extremely fast. So you've got a great approach.
Yeah.
And you dig in a little.
We do. And we have an organizational change management philosophy and approach. It's cliche. And, I think Simon Sinek has been quoted, maybe the most quoted, business mind in the last decade. But we truly do begin with why.
Yeah.
Why are we here? Why are we talking about infrastructure in the cloud? Why are we talking about outsourcing help desk, right? That makes people a little bit nervous. We went through it, right?
Absolutely.
And we had to slow walk that, and we had to do some plants. I think Ragsdale was the first one.
Yes.
And our Georgia, Dallas, Georgia location, and we achieved success. And that success, then we took that as evidence for, rolling that out to another location and then another location. But we do try to begin with why. Why are we here? Why are we doing this? Why the homogeneous computing platform? When you take the acquired company leaders through our KPIs and our dashboards and the comparative analytics where we can, and we've actually created, it's been interesting, it was somewhat of a brainchild from our leader in Northern California, Kevin, who's the president of our Service Champions North location. He started this technician competition dashboard, the tech KPIs, right? And it has evolved to an annual event where we celebrate the top 10 or top 15 revenue generating technicians in the company at an annual event someplace in a celebratory way. Through awards. And when you show the leadership of the acquired organization what is possible and the why, it's half the battle. It's not the whole battle,
right? But
it's half the battle of this paradigm shift of change.
Painting that clear end vision. Mm-hmm. This is possible. Mm-hmm. We have gotten there. Mm-hmm. You can get there too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I think it's a daunting view from their perspective because they've built this company from whatever. Some of them have been there from the beginning.
That's right.
Some of them entered halfway through. But nonetheless, they believe that they have very, we call it the secret sauce, right? They believe they have some pretty institutional capabilities that have made them who they are. We don't want to change any of that.
Right.
We just want to bring automation in. We want to introduce them to new possibilities. As an example, promoting and rolling out the ability of your customer base to schedule appointments online. And if we can do that successfully, if we can have someone pick their phone up and say, I need a repair or some maintenance on my air conditioner or water heater, ding, 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 ding. Oh, Thursday at 2:00, I'll take that one, and not have to talk with anybody, and then get, subject to opt-in, opt-out, get an email or a text message saying, thank you for your appointment. Here's your technician that's going to be there on Thursday. This is Joe, and here's Joe's information. Joe's looking forward to seeing you on Thursday at 2:00. And oh, by the way, you can click this link and see where Joe's at on his journey to your house so that he's there on time at 2:00. That is customer experience.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. And it's not just a matter of imagining and devising those systems. Mm-hmm. It's understanding it from the end user's viewpoint enough to where they adopt it. Because adoption's everything. And I'm sure you've got schools of thought of, my clients will never go for automation. We're not even going to try this. It's going to scare them away. We don't want to seem like arm's length. This isn't why they like us. But understanding there's a way to achieve customer intimacy with using automation. And when you marry those two concepts together, it's the most powerful.
Right. The voice of the customer, right?
Yes.
There is a generation, and maybe more than one, that have come after us that don't like to talk on the phone.
That's right.
Right? And
not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, it's not. I mean, it's perspective of convenience, and I can spend my time doing this or that, and why would I pick up the phone and call when I can do this? So I think that there are generations that, this is not a phone, right?
That's right.
It's not. This is a computing device or a social engagement, community, relationship device. And oh, by the way, if I have to, I can talk to someone.
Yeah. Oh, wow, that thing still rings.
Right,
huh?
right. But and it goes back to the voice of the customer. It's not necessarily what we want as operators. There was some philosophy, some from our location leaders, that they wanted the touch. They wanted the voice to voice. Well, what you want may not necessarily be what the customer wants.
That's right.
So you got to strike a balance.
Yes.
And I think we found it with most of our leadership, and we're optimistic that we'll find it with others.